Hey there everyone, Daniel Carter at AfroHerpkeeper here. Today, by request, I am detailing the care and maintenance of Blaptica Dubia cockroaches. Let me just pick a couple of these guys up. So, Dubia roaches are gaining popularity in the reptile community for two main reasons. One, they're a lot easier to care for than crickets, and two, they are very good feeders in general. They're full of protein, a lot more nutrient rich than some feeders such as crickets, mealworms, etc. And they come in a much greater variety of sizes. These are both adults. You can see the one on the left is a male, and the one on the right is a female. You can tell because the male has those big full wings, and the female does not. She has those little wing stumps. As you can see there, the male just jumped off. These technically can't fly, but they can glide. Only the males have wings. The younger ones look like this. You can see like a smaller version of the female. And the baby nymphs are about the size of pill bugs, if you're familiar with those woodlice. They're very easy to care for. I'll be detailing that later in the video. And they're not very good escape artists, which makes them very attractive in the eyes of someone who doesn't really care if they're roaches or not. And let me talk about that. While they are roaches, they're definitely not pest animals. If these got loose in your house, unless you lived somewhere like Florida or somewhere tropical, these would not survive. They would eventually either starve or freeze to death. Generally, these roaches aren't able to climb smooth materials like plastic tubs. They can't fly, although like you saw earlier, they can glide. That means that they can go down, but they can't go up. And they don't chirp, which is a big plus for people who don't like the sound crickets make. So let's get started on their care. I'm planning on revamping the entire enclosure, cleaning everything out. It's been about 2 years since I started this colony, and I haven't done anything with it since. So this should be interesting. Let's get started. So I'm about done cleaning out the tub. Basically, all I've done is I removed the majority of the adults. I think about 85% of them are in this box over here. I've removed most of the droppings from the cardboard, and I've obviously refilled their food and water. I'll get to that momentarily. But as you can see, the tub is divided into two sections. One, this big wall of corrugated cardboard, egg crates, paper towel rolls, things like that. And that side is for the adults to hide out. That gives them a good temperature gradient. Up here, you could have a heat lamp, or on the side you could have a heat mat or heat tape. All of those are good choices. Basically, these roaches are comfortable between 75 and 90 degrees. And the warmer on that scale you go, the higher their metabolism is, and the more likely they are to breed. So having cardboard over here gives them plenty of space to hide, especially when you have as many as I do. And this side over here is full of paper towel rolls and fruit trimmings. That side is for the hatchlings. I've found that they prefer to stay in these little orange peels and paper towel rolls and things like that, and that really helps when I'm trying to feed smaller species of animals like geckos or frogs. So as for food, I usually feed mine a constant supply of Fluker's high calcium cricket diet. You can really use any dry food you want. Cat food works well. Fish flakes I've heard people using. any kind of dry food like that works fine. Just keep a constant supply of it in their tank for them to munch on. And then once every couple days or couple weeks, if you prefer, just give them a supply of fresh fruit and vegetables, or just trimmings, whatever you feel capable of throwing in here. And that gives them a good balanced diet. And that really helps out because your eventual goal with these is to gut load them, which means to get them nice and fattened up, feed them a very nutritious diet, and that diet gets passed on to the animals they're being fed to. So good diet means healthy roaches, means healthy animals. Now, when it comes to water, you have to get a bit more creative. This is what I give my roaches to hydrate them. You can see some more of it in a dish here. Some of them are already enjoying it. Basically what this is, can you grab it? This is a variety of water storing crystal, as you can see there. It's basically a gel that is meant to hydrate plants. Let's see, Flukers makes a variety of this. I think ZooMed makes a variety of it. Basically, it's a non-toxic plastic that absorbs water that insects can drink out of. And that's good because without standing water, it means that the nymphs, you can see a few of them in there now, without standing water, it means that the nymphs don't have a risk of drowning. Now, I do understand that when the majority of the world thinks about cockroaches, they tend to get a bit squeamish. But I want to emphasize that these guys do not deserve that reputation. They may not be the most hygienic bugs, but they do keep themselves clean. They spend a lot of the day grooming, and you're not likely to catch any diseases from them unless you're sticking them in your mouth, which I don't recommend. As feeders, they are excellent. I really can't recommend them enough. As I said earlier, they're very protein-rich, filled with nutrients, and they have a softer exoskeleton than most feeders, which allows them to be consumed a bit easier by your reptiles. So, without further ado, let's release these guys. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a like, a favorite, or subscribed. I've got plenty more content coming out in the future, lots more care videos, reptile room updates, etc. So if you'd like to be notified about that, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.